Welcome back to the Iraqi Dinar channel, your trusted source for exclusive updates, deep analysis, and breaking news on Iraq's monetary reform and the global financial shifts surrounding it. Today's story is absolutely electrifying, something that's shaking the entire dinar community to its core. You've seen the headline, Breaking 12-2C Budget Code Unlocks Iraq's Secret Exchange Rate. That's right, the mysterious code 12-2C has finally surfaced. And what it reveals could be the biggest confirmation yet of Iraq's long-awaited revaluation. Now, for those who aren't familiar, you might be asking, what exactly is 12-2C? Well, listen closely, because this is where the real story begins. Buried deep inside Iraq's massive federal budget lies an obscure amendment that's far more powerful than it looks on paper. 12-2C is not just another legal clause. It's the hidden key that connects every piece of Iraq's monetary reform together, the legal mechanism believed to lock in the new exchange rate once and for all. This isn't bureaucratic filler. This is a trigger, a switch waiting to be flipped. Every sign points to this being the official confirmation that Iraq is ready to move forward with the biggest financial transition in its modern history. And what's more, the excitement isn't limited to Baghdad. In Washington, D.C., high-level officials and global financial leaders are meeting right now, not to speculate, but to celebrate what they're calling the success of Iraq's monetary reform. Think about that word, success. They're not saying progress or potential. They're saying the job is done. That subtle shift in language tells us something monumental, that behind the scenes, the final approvals may already have been granted. The discussions in D.C. are not about if, but about when, and that when looks to be much closer than anyone expected. So what happens next? Once these delegations return from D.C., insiders believe they'll be carrying something monumental, the final authorization for Iraq to publicly reveal and implement its new exchange rate. This isn't speculation pulled from thin air. Historically, before any major currency reform goes live, international sign-off always comes first. It's the pattern we've seen time and time again, and it's unfolding right now before our eyes. That's why this moment feels so critical. Every single indicator, from the meetings in Washington to the rapid legal moves in Baghdad, points to a synchronized operation in motion. The 12-2C amendment is not random. It's the missing puzzle piece that ties all of this together, transforming monetary reform from rumor into reality. And make no mistake, this is not a test run or a short-term rate adjustment. This is a permanent structural change to Iraq's financial system. Over the past few years, Iraq has been quietly building a new foundation for its economy, passing reform laws, tightening monetary policy, and coordinating with the IMF and World Bank. Now, 12-2C is the legal lock that seals that foundation inside the federal budget itself. It ensures that the new exchange rate isn't just declared, but legally protected and built into the country's economic DNA. This isn't just smart finance, it's strategic defense against instability. That's the brilliance behind it. By embedding the new rate directly into the national budget, Iraq makes it nearly impossible for future governments to reverse or manipulate it. It's no longer a political decision. It's a legal and fiscal fact. That's why analysts are calling this amendment the financial fortress of Iraq's new economy. It guarantees that once the new rate is revealed, it stays. What makes 12-2C even more fascinating is its deeper meaning. It represents a complete restructuring of how Iraq manages its national wealth. This isn't just about changing a number on a currency board, it's about asserting economic sovereignty. The IMF and World Bank have long pushed Iraq to meet international standards of transparency, and this amendment is clear proof that Iraq has done exactly that. You can feel the momentum. Getting something like this through the Iraqi parliament takes immense political unity, something almost unheard of in recent years. The fact that all major political blocs agreed to include 12-2C in the federal budget shows just how serious they are. This is not a casual decision. This is Iraq saying to the world, we are ready. The groundwork is not being discussed. It's already been laid, signed and sealed into law. And when a new exchange rate becomes a legal component of the federal budget, it carries a power that simple central bank statements never could. It becomes the bedrock of every spending plan, every oil contract, every government forecast for the year ahead. That's the real difference between rumor and reality. This isn't talk. This is implementation. The DC meetings, according to several well-placed sources, have focused not only on the revaluation itself, but also on what comes after, the post-RV phase. That includes new banking systems, digital infrastructure, anti-corruption reforms, and integration with international payment systems. And all of that starts with one crucial element, a stable, globally recognized exchange rate. The timing could not be more perfect. Iraq's economy is booming, oil revenues are strong, and the central bank has completed multiple audits with international oversight. Everything is aligned for a seamless transition. The 12(2)(c) amendment doesn't create that success. It codifies it. It takes what's already been achieved behind the scenes and writes it into law for years. The Iraqi Dinar channel has been telling viewers that transparency is the final stage before revaluation, and that's exactly what we're witnessing. 12(2)(c) is the ultimate act of transparency. It strips away the secrecy and formally anchors Iraq's monetary reform in open, legal, undeniable text. It's no longer just the central bank preparing for change. It's the government declaring it. And the language of the amendment itself? It's precise, airtight, and deliberate. Every word was chosen to prevent loopholes or manipulation. That level of detail tells us something powerful. This isn't rushed. It's been in planning for months, possibly years, with international coordination every step of the way. Iraq is leaving nothing to chance this time. So what does this mean for the people of Iraq? It means relief, stability, prosperity. The new exchange rate, once activated, will strengthen the dinar's value, reduce inflation, and allow ordinary citizens to feel the benefits of their nation's vast oil wealth in their everyday lives. This is not just a financial reform, it's a social and economic reset designed to lift millions out of hardship. The pace of these developments is what makes this moment so remarkable. Parliament is moving swiftly, faster than we've seen in years, to finalize the necessary legislation immediately after the Washington meetings. That's not coincidence. That's coordination. And when we see that kind of synchronization between Iraq's lawmakers and international partners, we know we're in the final countdown, and that word success being used in DC carries enormous weight. The international community doesn't declare success lightly. It means that the financial infrastructure is secure, the budget is balanced, and, most importantly, that the new exchange rate is fully sustainable. It means all the boxes have been checked and all the approvals are in place. That brings us right back to 12(2)(c), the clause that turns this success from theory into law. By embedding the mechanism directly into the budget, Iraq has removed any uncertainty. The country's entire fiscal plan now revolves around the higher adjusted value of the dinar. The upcoming public announcement will simply confirm what's already been activated in the system. Here at the Iraqi Dinar channel, we read between the lines, and 12(2)(c) is the loudest silent statement Iraq has ever made. It's their way of saying, the old undervalued system is finished. Every legal indicator now points toward a stronger, more accurate value that truly reflects Iraq's wealth and potential on the global stage. So keep your eyes on Baghdad in the coming days. As soon as the DC delegations return and Parliament finalizes the public release of the budget laws, the financial world will witness the unveiling of Iraq's new, legally anchored exchange rate. This is not a test. This is history in motion. The celebration happening in DC right now is not a coincidence. It's confirmation. The legislation moving through Parliament is not routine. It's a countdown. And that small code, 12(2)(c), hidden in the folds of the federal budget, is the key that unlocks it all. Stay tuned, stay informed, and remember, you heard it here first on the Iraqi Dinar channel.